Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to say Barakafar, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and salutations to all of the sincere Akim worldwide. For the purpose of this sit down, I'd just like to go into the fact that us going through all of this captivity, the hell that we've gone through, to then come back on the other side and be redeemed and be restored into that righteous state under Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's jurisdiction, was all the will of the Most High, man. You see, the Most High essentially wrote the script, and everything we went through, from the hell to the captivities to the destruction of our people to the state we're in today, really was all part of the Most High's movie, man. Since, from the moment we went down, from the moment Moses came down with those commandments and recited those laws, our people were set to go off, because it was to fulfill prophecy, man. That's what the whole thing is about, fulfilling prophecy. In the same way that although we're in a lowly state now, we're going to be restored back into that righteous stead when the kingdom comes, man. And just to emphasize this point, I've got a list of scriptures that I want to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start with Isaiah chapter 42 and then the 24th verse. So if you give me a second, let me grab that now. Isaiah chapter 42 and the 24th verse, yeah? And it reads, who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? So in short, who allowed these other nations to take, to take vengeance against Israel, to rise up against us? Did not the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, against whom we have sinned? So what that scripture there emphasizes is the Most High allowed. First and foremost, I want to get into the greater point, but the Most High allowed these nations rulership over us. He allowed them dominion over us because of the fact that we sin. And what's sin? Sin is transgression of the law. As he prophesied in Deuteronomy the 15th chapter, because our people went off as a nation, we were going to get punished also as a nation. It says, for they would walk not in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. So in short there, because our people were basically niggards, yeah, spics and wetbacks at that particular period in time, the Most High allowed the other nations to get their hands on us. He allowed them to put us in subjection. It says here, therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his own anger and the strength of battle, and they have set him on fire round about, yet he knew it not, and burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. Amen. You can read the verses above in 22 where it says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. Are this that not our people? They are for a prey, and none deliverer for a spoil, and none saith restore. That's Jake in this modern day society, because all we do is catch hell here, man. But guess what? That was all set up by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because I just read there that we sinned, and because we sinned, we went into the captivity that we're in. But now, let's get into why we sinned. I'm going to grab Isaiah chapter 63 and then verse 17. Just give me a second, brothers. Isaiah chapter 63, verse 17. It says, O Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, which is the Most High's real name and his son's real name in Hebrew, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? Woo! Let me read that again. O Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, God and his son, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways? Hey, Isaiah was asking, why are you making it that we can't follow your ways? Why are you putting us, in a position where we're just, prone to breaking the law? It says, and harden our hearts, harden our heart from thy fear. And he hardened Israel's heart, man. That's it. Israel's heart's hardened to this very day. Although they should be fearing the Lord, they're out here doing all manner of wickedness. But that's going to give the Most High even more license to destroy them when the time comes. And that's because he's put it in their spirit to be wicked. That's that Job 12 and 16, The Most High, he deceiveth, what's the word? What's the word in Job 12 and 16? Fucking hell, that's Satan. It slipped my mind just as I was going to read it. Actually, yeah, the deceived and the deceiver are his. So the Most High will ordain angels to deceive. Most High will ordain angels to also set you on high, man. But at the end of the day, the Most High put us in this position. Why? To fulfill prophecy. It says, why hast thou caused us to err from thy ways and harden our hearts? Return for thy servant's sake the tribes of thine inheritance. And in short, we're not going to get into the kingdom and live righteously unless Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, according to Ezekiel the 36th chapter, literally cleanses our hearts. Because even the hopeful elect, if we are a part of that number, right now in the sinful flesh that we live in, we're not perfect ourselves. So if we're not perfect, how the hell are the 2/3 going to come in perfect? They definitely ain't, man. So really and truly, man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is the only way we're going to make it. But for the sake of prophecy, man, and literally just to learn the full 360 and both righteousness and unrighteousness, we had to go through this, man. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai made us like this, man. He put us in these chains, which we refer to as our bodies, man, because that's and we're angels. The word angel means messenger. Now, literally, you know, you've got Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, and Michael. They're the archangels that kept their spiritual state. You know, they can come on earth, of course, but their main dominion is the spiritual realm. In the same way, man, in a similar way, so like I should say, we were angels also, but we came on the physical realm on earth. As the Israelites. Israelites are literally, you know, extensions of the greater spirit. We all are extensions of the greater spirit, even Esau. But Edomites are actual demons, man. You know, the word demon means wise, but hey, man, Israel, we're righteous extensions of the Most High's righteous side, whereas you know, the Most High has balance, I'll say. On the left hand side, you know, that's Esau and some of these other nations, man. But we're righteous. We're the representation of the righteous. And the Most High, although in the spirit we were righteous, put us in these chains, these bodies, man, subject to vanity, man, so that we'd learn a lesson before he came back to restore us back into that kingdom and the righteous stead. This is Romans 8, and I'm going to start from... Let's start from verse 19. It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature, talking about mankind, because mankind is also a creature which was created, waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God. So that it says the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God, meaning that the most earnest expectation of the average Israelite in his right mind, I should say, is the manifestation of Israel back on top, man, of all of these other nations, ruling on top of the other 17 nations. Yeah. Anyway, it says here, for the creature was made subject to vanity. The creature was made subject to vanity. So it talks about the creature, you know, waiting for the earnest expectation, being mankind. But then it also says in the next verse that the creature was made subject to vanity. What does that mean? That basically means that it was inevitable that Israel was going to go off eventually. And that's why you ultimately can't build a kingdom in the society, because number one, Esau ain't going to allow that. And second of all, even if you have the arms and the military and all of that, which obviously Jake ain't going to get, there's always going to be a coon nigger, yeah, that's going to try and ruin everything. Or there's always going to be an Edomite that's trying to bust up in there and take over and have control over everything. In the kingdom, man, we're going to be so thoroughly furnished. We're going to have a knowledge from this kingdom of unrighteousness and also the ultimate righteousness in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's kingdom. And then we're going to be able to rightfully, judge right. We're going to be able to judge righteously, like Solomon did in the example with the two harlots and the baby, when he threatened to cut it in half, and the righteous woman showed affection to it, whereas the wicked harlot just said, yeah, fuck it, you know. And King Solomon used his discernment, man. That's why we're going through all of this wicked, you know, this hardship right now in this wicked kingdom, because you gotta understand wickedness to understand righteousness fully, you know. Anyway, it says the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly. So obviously we wouldn't have wanted that. We're angels in the flesh, you know, spiritual entities in the flesh. That's why when you die, your spirit goes back to the Most High. Your spirit don't want you doing wickedness, man. I told you that the flesh is at enmity with the spirit. Anyway, it says, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. So let me read that again. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by the reason of him who has subjected the same in hope. So guess what? If we were all out here righteous, never going off, which is going to be like in the kingdom when the Most High removes that bug from our body. But if we were all out here doing totally righteous stuff, do you think we'd have faith in the Lord? Do you think we might even... Some Jake might even be more arrogant than they already are and just say, fuck it, we don't fear the Lord, if they had free will. But nah, man. The Most High has written the play. And he's about to show you niggas. It really is gonna come. It says, but the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh Shai. And that's what we're waiting for, brothers, man. We're waiting for that time where, you know, we're going to shine, man. We're waiting for that time where all the other heathens and the people that ever doubted us are going to look upon us and say, damn, those are the sons of God, man. And they were writing them on those the whole time. Says, but by reason of him who have subjected the same and hope, the Most High puts us in a situation so that we know that we're not pieces. We know that we're nothing. We know that we're pieces of shit. The scripture says that if a man cometh thinking he is wise, let him become a fool that he may become wise. You know, we are nothing in this society, totally nothing. But like, we just gotta hope and pray that we're on that righteous side, man. Because if you ain't, boy, you know. But before that comes, man, you gotta go through that hell. You gotta be able to face the hour of temptation. You gotta know what you're dealing with out here, man. Because you're not gonna be able to judge righteously if that's all you know. You gotta have the balance. King Solomon even is the perfect example. He was one of the most righteous kings ever before he started going off into idolatry with his wives. But he knew the perfect way of righteousness, and he also knew total wickedness. That's why nowadays you have Masons basing their theories on King Solomon, because he also delved into wickedness. He built altars for his wife's gods. He understood the processes, man. But hey, guess what? Like I said, although King Solomon was righteous, ultimately, he was still subject to vanity, man. He was still doing occasional wicked things. That's the same with Saul. Saul that changed his name to Paul said that he had fought a good fight of faith when he died, because he knew that he wasn't perfect from what he had done in his past life. And even as Paul, he made mistakes, you know. But he said that he fought the good fight of faith. That's all brothers can do, man. Just keep fighting, because at the end of the day, man, Yahweh Shai is always going to test you, because he wants to see your integrity. And not being perfect on this side is one of the ways that the Lord is going to test us, man, because hey, you don't know if you're going to be saved. All you can do is hope and pray that you've done enough. And I mean, that's a scary thing, but guess what, man? It's the Most High's will. It really is the Most High's will. You just got to bear it, man. Romans 9 and 18 is my last scripture. And I'm going to say Romans 9 and 18. And let me start from verse 17, actually. But the scripture said unto Pharaoh, talking about ancient Pharaoh in Egypt, even for the same purpose I have raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So it's referring back to Pharaoh when he allowed the children of Israel to go through the Gulf of Suez. And although he tried to chase them, Yahweh Shai, destroyed Pharaoh and his armies, man. It says here, man, it says the Most High raised him up just to make an example of him. That's judgment, man. Real fucking judgment. That's why, man, you gotta understand that Yahweh Shai is a God is the Lord of hosts, man. He's the Lord of armies, a man of war. So you gotta understand that when the Most High has mercy on you, man, it's not gonna be that smooth love. Most High chasteneth them that he loveth. That's what the scripture says. And through all of the hell that we're going through, we're being furnished, man. Though your outward man perisheth every day, your inward man is renewed daily. Know that Yahweh Shai is not a forsaker, man, of them that follow him. Yeah? Brothers are going to be restored. Brothers are going to have the women. Brothers are going to have the houses, all of that. The scripture says in Corinthians, I believe it's Corinthians, I have not seen, or nor ear heard the things that the Most High have in store for them that love him. So in short, man, we got a bright future ahead. We got a real bright future ahead, brothers, man. That's 1 Corinthians 2 and 9. I have not seen nor ear heard. We got a bright future ahead, and all we can do is remember that Yahweh Shai is about balance. He's written the script already. He knows what our destiny is going to be. But all we can do is stay focused, stay humble, stay praying, and hopefully Yahweh Shai Ra'azah, we be saved. Shalom.